Well, good morning, Interbet fans, and welcome to the preview for Turffontein. We're on the inside track, 23rd of September, 20 pentrometer, 3.5 meter false rail at the 500 meter mark, and a most uninspiring card. There's a lot of first timers where you get no comments, you don't really know what's going on. So I'm going to have to try and wiggle my way through this one and give you some idea of what the paper shows might be the right horses. Race one is a maiden plate for 3-year-old fillies, 1,000 meters, and here are all first timers. So you just got to watch the betting, watch the canter down, and wait for them the money will show you where the right horse is. The jockeys point out that maybe Warren Kennedy for Candace Dawson, maybe Gavin Larena for Johan Janssen van Vuren on 2 and 3. They could be the right horses. But as I said, watch the betting. Race 2, very similar. Johan Janssen van Vuren had 4 runners in the race to keep it alive. He has now got 2, and the 2 look to be the right 2 horses, Danielson and Larena. Larena's on the VAR. The VAR looks like it's bred to be quick, and should be able to put them to bed from draw 1. Race 3, maiden plate fillies and mares. They got 1,200 meters, and they put the blinkers on Piccalilli. That should make the difference, and that should be able to get a home a winner. Gavin Larena jumps aboard her as well, so lots to like about Piccalilli, and she might just be too good for number 9, the Miss United States. I think that's a big danger. Have a close look at that. Look at Namabruus, which is number 7, Lyle Hurtson, and Afani Broncos to fiddle the minor money. But I'm going with Piccalilli and Miss United States and putting only the 2 in my bipod. Race 4, this is a maiden plate. They got 1,200 meters, and here another looks like a 2-horse race. 3 flashy Apache's got fair form, and gets Kamala, but the stable's right out of kilter at the moment. So you got to go with number 4, About to Storm, which has had 2 very good runs, and drawn wide. 10's not in its favour. Draw 10 certainly around the bend here at Turffontein. Moonstrike might be the improver. Number 10, Muzieni and Paul Matchett, they're in great form. Race 5, maiden handicap fillies and mares. Love these maiden handicaps, but this is such a bad race, it's not impossible. You look at the horses at the bottom of the handicap. A Wonderful Rock, maybe. Erico Verdeni's Warren Kennedy gets 5.5 kilos from 2 Fools Collide. That comes back after a rest. If that was in an ordinary handicap, that would be an absolute bet. But maiden handicaps winners giving 5.5 kilos to Wonderful Rock. She's a 5-year-old mare. She's had 18 starts. You can't really see it, but the point is weight is what stops train. So let's see. And she comes back from a break. Maiden handicap, race 6, another one of them. And you look at the top 2, they look like the absolute right horses. Bera de Lejean and Stay the Course. And why would Terry and de Kock go for these type of races when you put these horses in at level weights? They'd be able to win. But it's so short of runners this race that you've got to be with those 2. 2 sides to the story gets 3 kilos, and then really Heart of Harlem 16 to 1, and shown 1 good run, maybe getting 6 kilos. I can't stand maiden handicaps. I think they're absolute anomaly. You cannot have maiden handicaps, and this is something that's set up by obviously people that think that they're doing good, but they're not. Race 7, maiden divided handicap fillies and mares, 1,800 meters. I'm going with number 2, Travelling Wilbury. Runs very well after a rest. Gavin Larena jumps aboard it. Lots to like about it, and I think this Dynasty filly is much better over this trip and needs the time. She needed the time to settle down and mature. Masa Ken also needed the time, but I think it's a bit short for her, number 7. And Rock You, good last run. Princess Kesh won easily, winning a maiden, but I'm strongly in Travelling Wilbury's camp. Race 8, divided fillies and mares. They got 1,800 meters. I make it a 2-horse race, but it's very open. Dark Travel looks like the right horse. Gavin Larena aboard it again for Brett Weber. And Duchess Bernadette. Have a very close look at this one. got good form and lots to like about Duchess Bernadette. Another one that will improve from having had time to mature and grow up. Tinder Dry, Lady Shamrock, Fascinata, they look like the horses that might be able to full minor money with a really informed Crusade to Royalty from the Roy Magnus stable. Dennis Schwartz could be there or thereabouts too, but only 2 runs since his won as maiden. Race 9. This is Merry at 64, 1200 meters, and I'm going strongly with number 9, Miss Costa Rica. I think that's coming back to herself. She won very nicely first time out. She was given a big penalty, and she's certainly come way down in the weights, and this race looks absolutely made for her. One of the dangers, Princess Queen must be a danger. Won a good maiden and ran pretty well afterwards, but Miss Costa Rica, for me, the right one. So, maiden handicaps, you get those good things beaten in the maiden handicaps, you could end up with a big payout. As I say, it's a very uninspiring card from me, James Goodman and the Interbet team. Remember, get on the live games, and we got the Ryder Cup. Okay, so let me give you a little thought about the Ryder Cup. I think Jordan Spieth's the guy I'm going to back to make the most points of the Americans. I think the Americans are certainties. There's no value at 5 to 10 at this stage, but after day 1 or during day 1, you'll find that when the Europeans are up and there's betting in play, you'll be able to get on. And I think Interbet bet in play on the Ryder Cup. That should be fun, and we look forward to it.